Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is Friday the 3rd February. We are looking at the top cards in Flesh and Blood. I do this every month, and as you can see there is already a change. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Right, so I started this list 2 months ago because, well, it was just interesting seeing how the card prices develop, especially because the older sets are, well, they're pretty sought after, they're getting scarce. And look at this, the top 3, again, they have changed positions last month, and this month we have Command & Conquer in place 1 again, and this has been a high jump. These are the card market low prices, so basically these are Europe's prices. Card market is Europe's biggest platform, and I'm always taking the data of this page. So what we do here is just look at the majestics. Rainbow foil, Command & Conquer is the most expensive one. I do not compare the first edition cards because they don't move too much, and in my personal opinion they are way too expensive, but that's just, it was my personal preference and I'll take these prices. So Enlightened Strike jumped from 80 to 140. This is just, I have no words for these two cards. Like, I thought about it so many times in the last weeks. It is always the rare cards which have these crazy price increases, and they get even more and more expensive, and people get interested in these cards as soon as they get expensive. Like right here, the Tome of Yenda rainbow foil for 27. Nobody cares too much. Command & Conquer, everybody cares right now because they think there will no cards be available on the market in some weeks or months. So the next expensive one is the Command & Conquer non-foil, 72. Then we have another high jump, $62 for Technocore in rainbow foil. That's the lowest price. And in another video I will also do the normal Flesh and Blood monthly overview, which has taken some time. This will be the next video tomorrow. And yeah, there has been a lot going on, especially with Arcane Rising again. All the other majestic prices, as you can see, a little bit up. What is orange? High Octane and rainbow foil. I didn't even list this card. So anyhow, that's High Octane. There it is. These high price jumps are pretty crazy. This also, of course, drives the value up for the whole expected value for Arcane Rising. And I think I'm going to do this either this week or next week. We shall see. I don't know how much I can do it this weekend. That's the majestics. And now look at the let's look at the next block. This is the second block. Hold on, sorry. There you go. And Tales of Aria, Monarch and Everfest, or the other way around, Monarch, Tales of Aria and Everfest. So and the most expensive here is the Ether Wildfire Extended Art. Went back up to 60. And the next one is Pulverize Extended Art, also foil, 49, stayed the same. Bravo also stayed the same, but I guess there are less copies available, so I might see these prices go up again. No price changes for Winds of Eternity, and the rest also decreased 2 cards a little bit. Not too much going on in the second set. So Luminaris being the most expensive Monarch card for $11 in rainbow foil. There's not too much going on. And then we have the last block, Dynasty, Uprising and Dynasty. The Mask of Perdition caught itself a little bit. The lowest price went from 165 to 120. On the other hand, we have some gainers, which are Surgical Extraction in foil, now at 60, and Surgical Extraction at non-foil for 42. So this card in foil and non-foil has been rising again. This is crazy. So I had to redo some graphs. I started these cards last month, and well, I think are these 8, 9, 10, 3, 7, 8 cards. So I guess 8 cards is, you can still put them on one graph, even though there's one grid down here and then the other way up here. It would be nice to have this spread out evenly, but anyhow, these are the cards that are expensive from the newest 2 sets. And that's just the Majestics. Now let's go over to the super rares. Super rares only being in Welcome to Wrath and Arcane Rising, of course. So I have taken the most expensive of those 2 blocks, and as you can see, there's only 3 Welcome to Wrath cards. And the price jumps compared to last month. I mean, compare December to January, well, prices went up, but now it is so steep, and these are always the card market low prices. I guess last month I told you that some of these cards are not available with a lot of copies and that I expected the prices to go up, but yeah, well, 290 to 10, 380 to 10, and then also 4 euros to 9. That is just, I might be guilty in terms of I might have bought a lot of those, a lot of this, and a lot of that. I do not think that I solely have driven the prices up for 2-3 times the old price. But yeah, I also have seen how scarce these are. I mean, I have an advantage. As soon as I do these videos, I am researching and I'm looking at how many copies there are. And if I see there's only, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 for this price and the next price is up here, I'll buy these. So I'm a little bit of a market mover, but I'm such a small shrimp compared to other shops in Europe and in Germany. Like, I do this on my own, and there is shops with 10 people working there, and of course they also have a lot of cash which they could buy single cards with. I'm not sure if they do this with Flesh and Blood. I guess the shops always focus on Magic and Pokemon, and I heard some Yu-Gi-Oh! Flesh and Blood, well, there is 2 shops I know of who actively trade those cards, Flesh and Blood. But yeah, that's the way it is. The super rares, even more price increases. It's not. You don't have to spend a fortune to get a card which has been at 4 or 5 to get it for 7, 8 or 9, 10. You can get a playset of these, no worries, no problem. But yeah, if this continues, well, you might think about getting some rares right now. Some super rares. So this is the first block of the rares. I am showing you this because, I mean, I have a lot of cards in here. I thought it would be better to include only 10 cards. This is getting a little bit out of hand, but yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna check the record count out real quick. Record count is just a, let's call it benchmark. So this looks a little bit better. Yeah, a lot of cards I have started tracking prices for a lot of rares last month because yeah, I forgot about those 2 months ago. Anyhow, the most expensive one is $6 for energy potion in rainbow foil. Yeah, as you can see, from 2 to 3 to 6, that's a 50% amount, and that's another 90% amount. This is just, it's, I mean, yes, there have to be very expensive rares because people focus on, like, people would not look at these right here. They would only say which are the most expensive ones. Oh, energy potion, and because it is the most expensive one, I want to get that. That's how, like, that's, and especially since prices go up and up, there's a little bit of hype. People get those cards just because they think they will not be available in the future anymore. And yeah, $4, $5, $6 is still okay to get some really rare and historic cards because, well, Energy Potion is from Welcome to Wrath, Cash Out is from Crucible of War, and Kasai is from Crucible of War, so these are not even Arcane Rising cards from the expensive set. And that's one thing that I have been wondering about why this is. There's only Plunder. Hold on, where is it at? It's too small, right? I have to make bigger pictures, right? Arcane Rising. 50 cents and €1 are the most expensive rares from Arcane Rising, and this really wonders me. I don't know why. I've taken these in here so that I have some cards from every set. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of strange, but that's the way it is. I think I might have to divide this graph because there's too much going on. We shall see how I do this next month. So the next set for rares is going to be, hold on, sorry. Why did I put the date in here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just, whenever I'm working on this and then I am getting new shipments I have to fulfill, I always stop working on this and I do the shipments because I want to be very, very, very fast. And this also has to do with why I have to ship instantly is for the following fact. Let's say I have some Arcane Lanterns. I have 20 Arcane Lanterns and I don't know. I'm here last month, $10. I sell all the 20. If I were to sell all 20 lanterns for $10, then I have sold out this card. I don't get it anymore, and somebody else has bought it and made a profit, and this month sold it for 23% more. So I do not want this to happen to me. That's the reason why I only sell 3 or 4 copies. I mean, this is an equipment, so it's okay to put 3 copies up. People will need 1 anyways. Like if I have a normal playset, I don't know, 4 copies. 4 copies is the amount I put in. I mean, for Blitz you need 2 copies. For Classic Constructed you need 3 copies. So I put 4 up. If somebody buys 2 or 3, I still have 1 or 2 online, and that makes it easier to relist the other ones because I just click on 1 more or 2 more or 3 more. Like if I sell out all 4, I'm gonna have to re-enter the I don't know, the amount and the price. But that's just the reason why I don't sell all 20 copies is because I don't want somebody to buy out this copy and then I don't have any more. So if I sell out 4, I'm gonna put them in for, I'm gonna check the price. If the price went up, I'm gonna put it at the new price. And I also don't work with the card market low, of course, because basically I live from my whatever I do with this trading, and it's not much, but if I have to find some good price points, right? I mean, think about this. I have a huge collection. I don't know. I always try to have a playset of every card. So with every set that gets released, I will have 3 times 300 non-foils. I have 3 times 2 or 300 foils, and I have all these expensive cards also in stock. And like if I sell this out, I'm going to try to get more Arcane Lanterns somewhere on Discord or Facebook, on eBay, on whatever it is. And like if I can do a little profit, a little margin, I'm gonna get it. I might be able to get this for 10 somewhere, and then I cannot sell this for 12 because for obvious reasons I have to pay taxes, and I get like, after card market fees, I get like 77% of my sales price. That's what I have on my bank account. And then of course, you know, there's all these expenses, and then there's 3 different taxes I have to pay for my company. And yeah, basically it all depends on how much did I earn at the end of the year, and then how much will be left from this one sale. And if I If I buy one for 10, I'm gonna have to sell it for 16 to make it back to 10 at the end of the year. Makes sense? I don't know. I'm not good at explaining, I guess, but if I get this at 10 and I sell this for 17, then I will get to keep $1. So 10% at the end of the year after all taxes. So that's the most expensive card. And then the next one is Potion of Deja Vu. It has been at 20 something during the pandemic hype. Yes, it was more expensive, and I see prices crawling back up again, and I see some single cards having a big hype, not with the rares, obviously. I mean, these price increases are slowly, but organic growth. Prices are going up, and still prices for Tales of Aria. Which one is it? Lightning Press is the most expensive one, and this is just Lightning Press costs €1, and it's the most expensive rare foil in Tales of Aria, unlimited. So, as you know, prices for Monarch and prices for Tales of Aria, unlimited and first edition, are almost the same. And I had a viewer who has been writing me a nice text, and he suggested me to make a video about what I think, just speculation, what I think how high the print runs are. Like, what do I think how many Monarch first and Monarch Unlimited were printed, because we know the official 125,000 booster boxes of Monarch first, but we don't know how many Unlimited there are. And then with Tales of Aria and so on and so forth. I don't know. My side as a seller, and I am doing this every day, and I think about this topic a lot of times, and even though we will have no evidence, we will, I think I'm going to do a video about print runs, and then the question is how many of a certain card are there, how many fables are there, how many arcane lanterns were printed in, Everfirst. I heard some people talking about Everfirst Unlimited again. Like, they really believe it's coming out at the end of this year. This is crazy. But anyhow, hold on. So the thing I was thinking about, I can make a speculation video about how many cards are there, and then what prices should be. And it's interesting to think about how many Tales of Aria and Monarch first edition and unlimited edition prints there were, because the prices are the same. And like, I don't know. We shall see. I think there's a lot of people having first edition in their closet and not putting this on the market. But there are a lot of uncommon cards which are more expensive, and this is crazy. This is freaking me out. So the newest 2 sets, the newest block being completed with Outsiders in April. Prices go down again. I don't know. This doesn't make sense in terms of, the expected value is good, but the single prices are going down. It's pretty strange. But yeah, as you can see, Uprising, Mounting Anger is the most expensive one, 50 cents for the rainbow foil. Basically all these foils are at 50 cents. And then Dynasty, because these cards are the newest, and then we have the cold foils. They are more expensive, of course, but prices are going down. So last category is the commons. Commons for the first block. Welcome to Wrath, Arcane Rising, and Crucible of War. Sink Below, being the most expensive one, went down a bit, but I do not think this is going to last for long. What I could do is check all these prices live. These numbers are from January 30th, so they're already 4 days old, or 5 days. 4 or 5 days. No, 4 days. Could go back up any moment. I do not have a lot of copies anymore. And that's another thing, another personal thing I'd like to tell you. There is certain cards I sell out and then have to get again from somewhere. And like, if I sell this for, I don't know, $12, and I try to get this one for $7.50 plus shipping and so on, and it doesn't make any sense. The spread is not enough, so I'll have to, if I get this one for $7.50 plus shipping, I'm gonna have to calculate a new price, which I make, I don't know, 10% profit off, and hope to sell it within a year. 10% a year is not much regarding the inflation in the last 2 years, but I have to focus more on turning the money again and again, so the cash flow has to be up. I don't want to buy cards which I put away for many years and then hope that these will double in price. I rather have a card which I sell 2 months later and then have, I don't know, 20% of a margin, and then get the next one and sell it again, get the next one, sell it again. I mean, that's basically the whole business. And my own personal collection is growing. I really love it. And what I have decided for myself, if I only have one copy of Sink Below in foil and I only have one last copy of Fate Foreseen in rainbow foil, I'm gonna keep it for myself, that's for sure. There were times when I thought I had to sell everything to be able to pay my bills, and I think this is it's getting better. It's getting more comfortable. I'm selling a little bit more than I did last year. I mean, after all, Flesh and Blood is on cardmarket since 13 months, and these 13 months have shown a huge growth. I mean, I still sell a lot of World of Warcraft cards, which pay for a lot of bills. But of course, I do not buy these cards from somewhere else because there are not many left, and so I'm basically selling out this collection, or the cards that are up for sale. I am selling them out and I'm not getting them back. But the money from the World of Warcraft trades, I of course reinvest them in Flesh and Blood. This channel is basically a hobby. It's a pleasure entertaining you and showing you all these things that I research, and especially getting new ideas which I could research for you. I'm gonna put the time and effort in, and I'm sorry for this. I mean, the presentations, it could be better. I could do editing and, you know, put in all kinds of things, but these graphs for now, to me personally, they are good enough. You can see at one glance what's going on, which card is up, which card went up or down. And yeah, Tectoplasma Pistol being the third most expensive, you see, yeah, it was at 450 for a equipment in foil from Crew from the first block. Even $6 in my eyes. I mean, these dash decks, they are legendary. I am also going to do my master sets. I've had collections and sold the most expensive cards because, you know, there was demand. And now I'm going to do a video for Welcome to Wrath and then for Arcane Rising at least, where I complete my master set. I just have a folder, and then I'm gonna put the expensive cards in there and make them and complete them again. So next block. Everfest, not expensive, as you can see. The most expensive one being 60 cents, Spectre Shield and foil. And then we have some equipments, of course. Equipments, as usual, they are going back up. I know all these equipments, starting from Welcome to Wrath. I know, are there 9 or 10 equipments? I instantly sold these sets for 50. Like a complete set of the equipments from Welcome to Wrath, when they came out on eBay, I almost sold those for 50. And then Arcane Rising the same, 50 or even 60. I don't know, I can't recall. I should have to search my bills out. But anyhow, the equipment's $5 a piece was a point with which people paid. So I expect some of those to go back up again. But of course, the older the equipments get, the more likely they get replaced. So maybe there will have to be collectors getting these and not players. But that's the way it is. 353, 252. That's the range for the most expensive rares of the second block. Oh, sorry, we are at the commons. My gosh. And the last block being Dynasty and Uprising. Well, yeah, we have some co-foils from Dynasty. These are, of course, the most expensive commons. Yeah, prices go down, 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 and down. Not too much going on with Dynasty and Uprising, even though I will get more of those. Right now I am saving the money for the next order, for the pre-order. Outsiders, I have pre-ordered these at a local game store. I do not get Flesh and Blood cards from the distributor because I do not have a shop and I do not do tournaments. So I have to buy them on the open market. and it's okay for me. I totally support the system. I know that the shops will have to make a good margin because they, you know, they have the costs they do. Yeah. An advantage of having a shop is, you know, if you have people coming in, you can up the prices. People pay more if they can take this with them instantly. And I, as the online seller, have to compete with all the other online sellers all over Europe. And well, that's one way. You can basically pay the rent. It's just by having higher prices, of course, which is a good thing. And then being able to order all these products from distribution, that's another good thing. So prices go down in every category, basically. I think that's it for the top video. I don't know if I have given you some thoughts which you like. I'm going to do this next month again. I don't know if I will take some of these cards out because it's getting out of hand. It's too much. But yeah, so I'm going to prepare the next video. It's the big one. It's the Flesh and Blood monthly prices for displays, single cards. Oh, this month I included the single cards again. And well, anyhow, thanks for watching. Share this video if you have someone you would like this to see. And also we have this giveaway coming up at 250 people. We are at 212 subscribers. So basically we're pretty close. It's getting there. Maybe next month. We shall see. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.